Hi, my name's Phil. I like to talk about politics, and in this video I like to discuss how Reform UK are once again engineering an imaginary row about milk this time. Must be great to have a life so worry-free that you have to spend all your time complaining about things which don't even exist. But what this means is Nigel Farage's outfit are threatening dairy farmers with their latest campaign. So much for being on the side of farmers. But first, for daily political commentary, please click the subscribe button so you don't miss out. So yes, milk is a problem now. In actual fact, according to Reform UK, they seem to have a beef, if you'll pardon the expression, with milk in two different ways. First, Nigel Farage has declared that semi-skimmed milk is now woke. Remember that far-right nutters do not use the term woke to mean aware of social issues. No. They use it to mean something that is attacking the very British way of life. Continually amazes me how it's possible for millions of actual adults to take Nigel Farage seriously with the sort of stuff he comes out with. Semi-skimmed milk is a threat against the British way of life. Don't drink it then. Goodness sake. But then, after some of the stuff Trump came out with, like the eating of cats and dogs, and still won, I can see Farage has a way to go before we're scraping the bottom of the barrel of what the public will actually believe. And I suppose we can be thankful he doesn't actually wave a chainsaw around his head. But as it happens, I'm not here to talk about milk being woke. I don't think that really does dairy farmers any harm. Now, this is about bovine emissions. So, as many may know, for all the focus on industrial sources of climate impacting gases, cows are a serious contributor themselves. So there are moves to introduce chemicals into feed that stop them, sort of burping out so much methane, for example. Hurrah! Oh, but according to Reform UK, particularly Rupert Lowe, not hurrah. Aided by the Daily Mail, he's wailing about the introduction of a chemical called Bovaer. I don't want to be eating Bovaer. I don't know about you, he's saying. Well, the good news for Mr. Lowe is that he won't be eating it unless, of course, he somehow buys some and consumes it himself, which actually would be dangerous. Despite the disinformation he's trying to push, the chemical itself breaks down during digestion. There's nothing left of it to pass into any beef products, including milk. So not a trace of it to be found in any milk produced by cows using this treated feed after extensive studies. So what's the problem? Well, it's our old friend, the Daily Mail headline again. Shall we look at the headline first and then what the article says? The headline goes, New Bovaer fears UK government commits to giving all cows in England controversial feed by 2030 amid ongoing dairy boycott over toxic additive. So let's analyse the headline before I go over how the article itself says something completely different, as usual. So, new Bovaer fears, implying that there were old ones which were superseded. No mention of what this means in the article at all. Next, UK government commits, in inverted commas, two things here. UK government it's talking about is the Conservative government, by the way. This is a story about something that was decided under the previous government, and the Daily Mail have decided to discuss it now that there's a Labour government, because they're doing a lot of that. Writing about old news to make it seem new and something Labour have done. Of course, Labour could stop it, sure, I guess. But as we'll see, there doesn't appear to be any need. This isn't actually something the Conservatives have done, which is bad. And then it has commits in inverted commas. Now, why inverted commas? Why are they all quotation marks there? It's because, as usual, they're quoting something they know to be untrue. That's whenever you see in a headline quotation marks like that, it basically means it's something that the people writing the headline can't say for certain is true. And sometimes they're genuinely just quoting what someone else has said and they're not trying to tell you it's true or something, but often they use it to say something that they know is untrue. They then say all cows in block capitals. Yet early on in the article, almost straight away, you don't have to get very far into it, it says, oh, it's only actually some cows. The use of the term controversial is only valid because they're making it controversial. And then toxic is also in inverted commas because, as their article makes clear, it's not toxic at all. Either to the cows or to the humans consuming cow products. So, and then all this boycott as well. It's like, oh, this will be farmers who are boycotting this feed then. No, it's not. Farmers are fine with it. So you read the headline. And if you're not used to understanding how particularly Daily Mail headlines are constructed, because they're pretty bad across our print media, but the Daily Mail are absolute buggers for it. So you read this headline and you think, oh, there's this dodgy chemical which the industry isn't satisfied is safe, being rushed out for use on our livestock and may present a risk to humans. There is no other interpretation of that headline. Then you read the article itself. Makes some rather different claims. First of all, the article makes clear that all of the experts they contacted have said it's completely safe because the chemical breaks down. There's literally nothing left of it to pass into the milk. There have been extensive studies, none at all in the milk. So what's controversial about it? If all the experts, by the Daily Mail's admission, say it's safe and are able to explain why, in terms even a Daily Mail reader can understand, who has a problem with it? Well, the Daily Mail are happy to explain that as well. It's people on TikTok. What? Yeah. People on social media, who I'm guessing have anti-vax and tinfoil hat content as well, have decided they don't like it. So can the Daily Mail cite any actual experts as even been unsure of the safety of this proposed feed? Because that's the usual thing. We saw that during Brexit, didn't we? Like, people at the BBC admitted that what they did is, you know, they tried to find economists who could argue for and against Brexit, and they'd easily, within a few minutes, find, you know, a load of economists who said, oh yeah, Brexit's going to be a disaster. And it would take them hours to find one who would argue, oh, it might be all right. And yet they would still spend those hours looking for that needle in a haystack. Same sort of thing. You expect the Daily Mail to go, oh, we want a story here. We want a story. Let's find someone who will say it's... And they literally couldn't find anyone. Literally couldn't find anyone. But they went ahead with the article anyway. Now, it's all down, according to the Daily Mail itself, to social media gobshites. The closest they've come is an American warning on the product if it was used directly by humans, not in cow feed, you know, which people also won't be eating. The article makes clear that it's been declared totally safe in the UK and throughout Europe. So this is just flat earthers doing what flat earthers do. And they're organising lists of all the products which allegedly contain the chemical, which, remember, is 100% false, remember, because it's impossible for the chemical to get into the cow-related products because it breaks down. But they're nonetheless attempting to persuade people to boycott these products. And what is the consequence of this? If you support this, dairy farmers get screwed over completely unfairly. Weren't Reform UK claiming to be on the side of farmers? In which case, why are they pushing what anyone who bothers to read the really short Daily Mail article? It's so short they had to ram it full of pictures to pad it out. You know, anyone who read that article will know it's a fabricated row because the Daily Mail basically says so. You know, especially one in which they're encouraging people to boycott British farm produce. Why would Reform UK do that? Why is it Rupert Lowe going, oh, by the way, yeah, reactionary headline, but actually, no, this is totally fine. The article says so. Buy British farming produce. What, you know, that's what you would do if you're going to back up farmers. It's because they don't care about farmers any more than they care about the fishermen, any more than they care about people struggling to access healthcare, housing or anything else. When they were claiming to back up farmers, what they were actually backing up is the rich landowners who aren't farmers. You know, they care about deceiving people into believing completely mad stuff so that they can then use that insanity to get people to vote for the interests of billionaires again. And it's another example of why we should treat headlines with extreme caution. I know it's easy to do. You look at social media, you look at a headline, you haven't got the time to read the article, but you look at the headline, you assume that the article is giving you like a synopsis of what's in the article. Often it is not. And it's not just the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail are just really bad at it. You know, when quotation marks are used, it's because the people who write the headline cannot prove that the quote is true. And in many cases, including this one, they know it's not actually true. So you like say, oh, but this is false. Oh, but we're only quoting what other people have said. Yeah, other people who don't know anything. But anyway, there we are. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. And if you'd like to support the channel further, you can join for memberships. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.